38, broadcasting from the First Roll Film and Broadcast Studios at University Tower. Don't forget to download the KTRS app, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter at 550 KTRS, and you can certainly watch us at KTRS.com, and you can watch us at STLtoday.com, and go to the Opinion tab, and that's all powered by Taliesin Technologies. Kathy Helbig, she has an app, and if you want to look at houses, that's the best app to look at. Download Kathy Helbig app on your smartphone, on your Android or iPhone or iPad. Good morning, Kathy Helbig of the Kathy Helbig Group.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
You are a real estate guru. Before we get to what we're talking about, how about the good number yesterday, right? Housing starts and housing buys and all that stuff?
Yes, the market's still looking great. It's been a great fall. We're still looking for more inventory. We've got buyers putting down contracts every day.
So inventory is still a major problem.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we have stuff that's still out there that hasn't moved, but you know, some of the recent numbers I did this week, I was looking at luxury homes, and we have 186 on the market right now that are over $1 million, but we've had over 200 and something sell this year. So we're still, kind of upside down on an amount of sales.
Yeah, interesting. All right, good. All right, so things that turn buyers off. You have a list.
Yes, I do. So number one, like they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. So clutter in an unkept house sends a huge signal to people that when your house is supposed to be in its best condition,
right,
that it's not, then what do you live like behind closed doors under normal circumstances? So they think, you don't keep up the house, you're not keeping the items maintained like the heating and cooling and things like that. So it's definitely a turnoff when it's supposed to be in perfect shape.
So not just clean, but clutter-free too.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So get the boxes away.
Yep.
Take the bookcases and make sure they're clean.
Right, which also makes your house appear bigger, because nobody wants to buy the house that you're growing out of, because then they're going to think we're going to grow out of it right away too. So you got to do a little bit of smoke and mirrors and go pack that stuff away and get it out to a pot or something.
And I do closets too. I admit, when I look at a house, for women especially, you want to see the closets and what they look like.
Exactly.
And if they're all cluttered and messed up, that's a big turn off.
Yeah.
But it's also almost offensive. Like, wait a minute, my house is perfect. Why doesn't somebody else want my house? So I need to fix my house to get somebody else to look at it.
You absolutely do. It needs to not, kind of divorce yourself from it. It needs to not be your house. It's really a commodity.
Right.
So the other thing is not working with the buyers on showing appointments. So being very difficult with your times to get in.
Right.
Again, people read that as you're difficult, you're not motivated. A buyer wants to see a house when a buyer wants to see the house.
Right.
The seller is not in control here. The buyer is really in control.
So
and the seller needs to remember that.
If it's 5:30 on a Tuesday and you have dinner at 5:30 on a Tuesday, guess what? You're eating out that night.
That's right.
Pack it up and go. Yep. And the other thing is, don't stay at home for your showing. So many sellers want to stay around.
Who does that?
Oh my gosh, so many people
That is
like, do I have to leave?
The seller there.
Looking over their shoulder?
And you say things that you shouldn't say, and we're trained to pick up little clues and things about your motivations, and that's going to hurt you in your negotiations sometimes. And we'll pick up a financial piece, or we know that you've already bought another house, so then you're going, oh, they're more motivated because they're squeezed. They've got this other house, or they're getting a divorce, or whatever the case may be. So it's just not a good idea. The buyer rushes through the showing anyway, and you end up putting your foot in your mouth and saying something that you don't realize that you said.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah,
All right.
Smells are bad. Too much of covering up a smell, or really strong pungent odors of foods that you cook all the time. Things like that is a big turn off.
Cat litter and dog smells and
Terrible.
all that. Yeah.
Anything that has to do with pets, you need to remove from plain view, because people that are not pet people, that's a huge turn off. Even if you're clean with it, they still think, ooh, those have been animals climbing around. And if they're not pet people, it's not good. And also, this one's hard to control. Neighbors. If your neighbors are not keeping up their house, it doesn't matter what yours looks like. If theirs is falling apart at the seams next door, it's going to hurt you.
Well, that's why so many people complain about making sure, Gladys Kravitz down the street is mowing the yard and doing everything right with the house.
Even if you have to get out and mow the yard, do it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
All right, good. Kathy Helbig, great tips this morning here on the Big 550 KTRS. You're on Channel 5, KSDK. You're there, real estate guru, and you're our real estate guru. KathyHelbiggroup.com is the website. How's the app coming?
App's doing great. We're getting a lot of traction with it, and people are enjoying using it.
And you just download it. It's free and
Yep.
rock and roll.
Yep.
KathyHelbigGroup.com, 314-276-SOLD, co-owner of Keller Williams Realty West, St. Louis County, St. Charles County, 17-plus years in the business. That makes you 22 years old.
Exactly.
Thank you very
Like your
much.
math.
KathyHelbigGroup.com. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Traffic, weather, sports.